This is going to be the Sagittarius Moon reading. It's special. It's part of the second Decante birthday reading. If you were born under a Sagittarius moon, then definitely this reading could resonate with you. But we are concentrating on the second Decante. So without further ado, let's get into it. I hope everyone's doing well. We had some few nice days, which were beautiful, and we got a bit of a tan. But lately, it's been cold and really windy. So we're having good thoughts on spring coming in anytime soon, that's for sure. In this Sagittarius moon, we're going to find out something about the travelers. We are in Gemini season, and this is the teammate of Gemini, the Archer Sagittarius. We're gonna go a little deeper, try and get some understanding about the Sagittarius moon. But here's some key words around their nature. So Sagittarius, the traveler, their characteristics are going to bring over into the moon sign. This is a reading that could resonate with your emotions, and it's something that you can't put a price on. So a couple key words around your energy, the Sagittarius moon: restless and optimistic. A couple key words around contentment is adventure and perhaps being in nature. All right. So we're going to do a reading, Sagittarius moon. And to get these cards, we're going to do the heart of the rabbit type of spread. Okay? And the significator in this reading is going to be the Temperance card. Okay, this is a card that is ruled by Sagittarius. It's a beautiful type of energy. And I wish we wouldn't be using this significator, this card as a significator, because it's a beautiful energy. This beautiful energy could come up and could reveal a lot within a reading. But maybe those types of energies, maybe this card will attract in those types of energies. All right. All right, so the Temperance card is going to go in the deck randomly. All right, and Spirit is going to give us a sign, and if that card pops out, that card should somehow be incorporated into the reading. If not, if you get a pretty significant sign from Spirit and if it stays in the deck, then it stays in the deck. All right, so without further ado, let's get into this. All right, thank you, Spirit. And we definitely need Spirit's help in this. I mean, we're looking for a sign from Spirit, okay? Thank you, Spirit. And there it is. Seven of Wands. There's a sign from Spirit, Seven of Wands. Having a higher vision for ourselves and standing in our truth. You know, this is a card after harmony. It's not necessarily chaotic, but it's not necessarily stable as well. It's a tense situation. Something that may be a bit of a challenging energy that only our truth can come out if we follow our own truth. Seven of Wands. A vision, a higher vision for ourselves, standing on a higher vision for ourselves, right? So that could be incorporated, this card could be incorporated somehow into the reading. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Spirit, for the sign. All right, so in position number 1, we start off with, wow, Death card. That's pretty powerful. Okay, in position number 2, take the top card. Okay, see how we're taking the top card, right? So that's the top card, and that goes in position 2. All right, so we'll look at those cards later. And position 3 and 4, we look for the significator. And if we go from left to right, position 3 is going to be on the left hand side of the significator. Position 4 is going to be on the right hand side of the significator. All right. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's look for the significator. It's going to be the Temperance card. And that's how we're going to pull those 2 cards. Wow. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Here, and here. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So there's the significator, Temperance card, and there's the 2 cards flanking the Temperance card, all right? So, position 3. So this is position 1. Position 2. This is position 3. Okay? Reading it from the left to right, and this is position 4. All right. There's the Temperance card. So we got a major arcana card and a couple of court cards, some kind of completion here. Okay, all right, so position number 1, what deserves my compassion and needs empathy? This is a major arcana card. Okay, so this major arcana card could have something to do with someone's soul journey. This is the Death card. What could need our empathy or compassion? Closing chapters. Okay? This is a Death card. This is ruled by Scorpio. It's a scorpionic type of energy. And closing out chapters, right? And like it says in Heart of the Moon Talisman, what are the things to close a chapter on and then transform to a higher version of ourselves, right? There's the Heart of the Moon Talisman. That's what that means. This is the Death card. This is what that means. So something very personal, okay? So it's something with the alignments, the current alignments, it's something very personal in our lives. Something of really personal nature in our lives that we may have to look into our past. And what's the Death card? The Death card, death is really an illusion. You know, death, when we close chapters on things, like old energies, old ideas, or things from our past, we bring them to a close. And it's like and when we do, we set ourselves free. So death is really concerned with life. Really. Okay? And what are the things to close the chapter on? Death is really concerned. And it releases. When we close chapters on things, it releases us. it releases us into an expression outwards. It leads us to, it releases something new. It releases life, a new life. Okay? What are the things to bring into the light? That's what this is asking us. Maybe a celebration of ourselves. A celebration of our new selves after this phase. Okay. What part of myself, this is position 2, what part of myself needs to expand, open to changes? This is the 9 of Pentacles. So any type of 9 is a beautiful card, closing out a chapter on things. So this is the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. What part of myself needs to expand, open to change? And the 9 of Pentacles, any type of 9 is completion. Okay? This could be a completion of a financial cycle right here. Okay? And the next step out of the 9 of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is one step outside of familiar surroundings. Okay? So we maybe, someone maybe, this is telling me that there's some kind of financial cycle is about to close up and step into a new one. Okay? So this is part of myself that needs to expand, open to change. Something about our finances or our material world. Could be finances, something within our material world that's something tangible that we need to, this is what the card is saying. Now, Spirit always suggests, right? And these readings are always make suggestions, but this is what the card is telling me. Thanks, Spirit. Is to be open to change something within our temporal world, our tangible world, which could be financial or something. Okay? Something within our material world, in our tangible world, needs to change. All right. This is the position 3. Where should I put my energy to? Where should my true self aim my arrow? Sagittarius, right? And when we think about Sagittarius is some abstraction there, right? So, the good side to Sagittarius Moon, well, nothing is really good or bad, but there's some energies that are beneficial to us in situations, and one of them is having an open mind, being the Sagittarius Moon, being kind of restless, but yet optimistic, having an open mind, traveling and hearing everyone's opinion. It's like having an open mind, but there's also an abstraction in Sagittarius Moon where you could end up not having any vision at all and kind of floating around with no really true purpose. Okay? And, that's something Spirit highlights and warns us about. If we get into a rut or a habit or pattern of behavior, Spirit gives us heads up on that. And this is really, this spot really gives us, Spirit really gives us a heads up about, kind of gives you a bit of a some guidance on where to turn your energies to, so you don't have that nomadic and so that nomadic type of spirit doesn't completely control you. And this is in the realm of suggestion, right? So in this spot, this is in the number 3 spot, right? So that's what the question really applies to. Where should I direct my energy to? Where should my true self aim my arrow during this time? And the Queen of Cups shows up. And this is a beautiful type of energy. And you know what it is? It's Pisces. This is a Pisces type of energy. Okay? And the Queen of Cups, definitely, she's on her throne and she rules her world from a very strong position. Okay? She's on her throne. But she's also surrounded by water. So she's one step out of the water, the Queen of Cups. And she holds her visions in front of her. Okay? There's also a symbol of an angel. Angel's on there. And a fish. And there's also a clam. Okay. So something very dear. So again, where should I put my energy? Where should I direct my energy to? So our travelers who are born under the Sagittarius moon doesn't go, go through life with endlessly wandering about. Because that's what spirit is concerned with. Right? It's those habitual type of patterns. And where should your true self aim your arrow? A vision, some kind of vision for yourself. Okay? And this is a court card. So this is a card of mastering ourselves. Spirit is asking some of you, or one of you out there, to put your energy into a vision right there. This is a Pisces. This card is a Pisces type of energy. Okay? Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Neptune in Pisces is going to ask you about your dreams. This card, Death, is going to ask you if you've lived. And what does living mean? It means closing the chapters on things, because when we do that, it releases a new vision for ourselves, a new life, a new birth into the world, right? So death is an illusion. Death is actually life. Death sets us free. Okay? And that's what death is going to ask us. How much did we live? Right here. This card asks us to put energy into a vision. Okay? Something that is aligned with the energy of Pisces, Neptune, Pluto, and Jupiter. Okay? Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, in position 4. Okay. Position 3 and 4 are really connected to each other, as is position 1 and 2 are connected to each other, right? But all 4 are connected to each other. So the question in position 4 is, what is my true purpose for this energy cycle? What's my place within the cosmos at this turn of the wheel? What's my place within the cosmos at this moment? What's my true purpose for the present, for this moment? King of Swords shows up. That's Aquarius type of energy. King of Swords. Okay, this is beautiful because what's my true purpose for this cycle? Could be cutting out. The Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, they're ruthless. They have swords. They're ruthless in cutting things out. That's not. That doesn't go within the light of where we're going, where we should be going. What is my true purpose? What is my place within the cosmos at this turn of the wheel? You know, the King of Swords is wielding an idea. Okay? It's wielding something. It's an energy. This is a masculine type of energy, so it's like an Aquarius type of energy. So it's wielding an idea. Could be presenting an idea to something, a new idea. So this card is connected to this. So in the grand scheme of things, this card could connect with this reading, the Seven of Wands, standing in our own truth. Okay? It's very, the wand is fire energy, okay? So bringing some things to a close, could help us set free something. It could be, if Sagittarius Moon is restless, it could be cutting out any type of distractions, right? Cutting out any type of distractions and focusing on some kind of vision for yourself for here. Because there's something new. Like there's an idea that needs to be expressed. Because this is the masculine type of energy. This is actually the feminine. Actually, this is the feminine and this is the masculine. So there needs to be some kind of masculine expression in regards to an idea. And there's something within our tangible world that's come to a completion. Because this is a 9. This is a completion. So we may, feel uncomfortable in our temporal world, but Spirit is in this position. Spirit is asking you to be open to feeling uncomfortable, because this is comfort. She's really comfortable, but in this position, Spirit is saying, what are we open to change? Perhaps going into something discomfort about our temporal world. Okay? All right. Thank you, Spirit. But, part of the heart of the moon vision is to get some insight and make a traveler's journey more easier. In that respect, this reading and the questions, that's the intent of this reading. To make, literally, the Sagittarius is a traveler, to make your journey easier. And Spirit's concern, and that goes along with Spirit's concern, is getting, us, getting you out of a rut. So I'm going to change some kind of pattern or habitual pattern, right? And that's where these 2 cards come in, okay? If we do something like that, if we're open to some kind of change here, and closing out some kind of distractions, we can concentrate on a vision, and this vision could be a really strong idea. And it could have something to do with standing in our own truth for the higher vision for ourselves, right? The 7 of Wands type of energy. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, now, this is, in the spirit of course. And wait, actually, I want to, before we do that, I want to check out the symbolism of those angels, okay? Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Yeah, cherubs. All right. What's the energy of the cherub right here, okay? And within a reading, the cherub can represent the sitter's innocence, which is whoever is resonating with this. Within a reading, a cherub can represent the sitter's innocence or naivete in the adult world. It could also represent that the sitter is one of life's gentler souls. All right. But then again, see, it's when we go through this type of phase, it could be less comfortable than what we're used to. Okay, and a gentle soul. While we may have a gentle soul, and that may not ever go away. That'll be a part of our personality, but again, it could put us into this habitual pattern, right? And we could have a gentle soul, but we also could assert ourselves, right? And I think that's what when I saw these cherubs, it reminded me of something. I mean, there was something about a cherub that's really innocent, right? And yeah, it doesn't mean that we could have a gentle soul, but it doesn't mean that we can't assert ourselves, right? Assert our vision. All right. Now we're ready. And actually, in the spirit of Sagittarius Moon, this is spirit of restlessness and adventure, okay? We're going to be using the Nomadic Oracle to get a card for an overall feeling. All right, thank you, Spirit. We definitely need Spirit's help. Appreciate it. Oh. All right, thank you, Spirit. What do we get? Nourishment, water in the family of transition. Wow, and that, yeah. Look at this, look at the card, nourishment in the family of transition. So something, yes, this is something very similar to the Queen of Cups. Something nurturing, and that's what the Queen of Cups is doing. She's nurturing herself. Her visions and dreams have if you notice, what's the mediator between Pluto and Jupiter? It's Neptune, right? Neptune could give up a child of the sea to us, or the moon and sun. And what is that child? That child represents a vision. That vision has to come out of the water, right? Has to come into our awareness. And that's what the Queen of Cups is. That vision is no longer in that water. That vision is in her awareness, right? But they're sacred to her. So she's nourishing herself. She's nourishing all of herself, right? She's nourishing her gentle soul. All right, and yeah, it's like these two cards are very similar, and this is in the water, right? Beautiful. Let's see. Nourishment. That's what stands out for me, right there. Is somebody is holding on to something and nourishing it and taking care of something, right here, when they have their hand wrapped around this vessel right here. Okay, that's what is speaking to me, and the similarities between this card and that card is kind of chilling, which is nice. Nice type of chilling. Okay, let's see what the. So this is, okay. Nourishment in its family of transition. Okay. Here, 3. Here it is. Water in the family of transition. A free-flowing mental state begins the process. Nourishment often speaks of loosening the bonds and lubricating the mechanisms of change. It may suggest a desire to break loose from old habits. There it is right there. Yeah. Okay, and that's actually that's a really good thing. Thank you, Spirit, for this card. And putting emotion, what's going to help break old habits? It's having nurturing for ourselves, right? Nourishing for our dreams, for our vision. After all, it's our overall happiness, right? So we can put some emotion and into this healing type of process, right? Because water is really healing. And this is where, the water comes in, right? Where should I direct my energy to? Where should my true self aim my Sagittarius arrow? Nurturing some kind of food, soul food for our soul, right? And that could involve cutting out distractions right here. Okay, so let's read that again. It's really this card really goes well with the reading, with what the cards are coming up anyways. A free-flowing mental state begins the process. And again, that's cutting out distractions. And it leads to some kind of idea right here. Nourishment often speaks of loosening the bonds and lubricating the mechanisms of change, right? Of change. It may suggest a desire to break loose from old habits. Yeah, from old habits. And that's what Spirit is concerned with, right? We're concerned with making a traveler's journey more easier, so we tap into Spirit's advice. And what a Spirit's concern is breaking these old habitual patterns, right? And it's just like we could have a gentle soul, but it may not, we can have a gentle soul, but we could also assert ourselves as well. All right. So in the position of water, it says, suggests that it will be important to study the situation in depth, as useful new ideas may emerge at this time. Alternatively, you might need to let your mind roam freely while waiting for the clues. Here's something within the consciousness. Okay? Something within the consciousness, which is the King of Swords. And something creative can predict a big step forward in your ability to bring subtle awareness into focus, and a very strong suggestion that you will be able to discover fresh, creative solutions. All right, what else does it say about this? The water card in the family of transition is related to whatever it is that gets us moving. In its neutral position, it is tied to blend between the mind and the emotions. Sometimes it may come with the warning, be careful what you ask for. You could end up getting it. And in many ways, nourishment is the answer to the condition of the shadow. For each individual and at different times, the suggestions offered by this card are likely to vary a little. The alchemy of nourishment is unpredictable because, although it often speaks of a sudden loosening of the bonds, this could be due to the release of a slow build-up of accumulated energies ever over a long period of time, as in the last straw, for example, or it might be just a catalyst, a brief, apparently random, one-time lateral event which changes everything, the fluidity it receives from its relationship with the element of water, the intellect, and the emotional mind lends nourishment, the characteristic of being a lubricant. All right, thank you, Spirit. We don't want to go too into depth, but it is. It's something, this water type of energy right here is in the third spot. Where should I direct my energy to, right? It could be like a lubricant in this spot. And when that happens, that's a really good point. When that happens, who knows? We could be searching into this chalice, and who knows what, who knows what's waiting inside of us, waiting to burst out, right here, right? Something like the unknown. It's like we do have a vision for ourselves, but it's also water, right? So there's an element of movement and change and unpredictability about water as well. What could be popping out could maybe even shock us with this King of Swords type of energy. Could shock the world around us. It's something that can't put a price on for a Sagittarius moon, though. Nourish. Have some compassion for yourself, right? Be open to change your temporal world up and nourish your dreams. Who knows what could be coming out? Just because you're a gentle soul doesn't mean that you can't assert yourself. Assert yourself doesn't mean you can't assert yourself in a productive way. Beautiful. Well, this has been a special reading, Sagittarius Moon reading, in conjunction with a birthday reading for the second decantes, for people who are born in the second decante of their season. And, but then again, it could resonate with any soul that was born under the Sagittarius moon. If you're born in the first or second or third decantes of your season, but it is concentrated. I'm concentrating my energy on the second decantes. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Take care.